strong mutual trust. Auchi.
On May 10, 2025, the Arewa Community Outreach convened a security summit at Lekki Events Centre in Auchi. The event, which began at 11 a.m., brought together diverse community stakeholders with one shared goal to foster peace, coexistence, and cooperation across ethnic lines.
We are no slaves in our papa's land.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله جماعة السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته muna godiya ga Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala da ya kawo mu wannan rana mai albarka wanda zan ce Hausa community da ke Auchi suke gabatar da wani gagarumin taro wanda ya shafi haɗin kan al'umma da kuma zaman lafiya na more especially arewa da mutanen arewa da ke zanna a Edo State da kuma Auchi community gabaki daya. So wannan taro dai muna so mu gabatar da shi ne domin wayar da kan al'umma dukan mu musulmi da kuma jama'ar da muke zanne a Auchi box a Hausawa da mutanen Edo State akan abin da ya shafi rayuwa da kuma haƙƙin zamantakewa da Allah subhanahu wata'ala ya haɗa mu a juna akan wayar da kan jama'a akan zaman lafiya domin mun san cewa babu wata al'umma da za ta iya ci gaba ba tare da mu'amala ta zaman lafiya ba da kyautata harkoki na yau da kullum da suka shafe mu gaba daya. So da wannan nake kira ga al'umma gabaki daya da cewar ya kamata mu kasance masu kyautata mu juna a duk al'amuran da muka samu kanmu na rayuwa, kuma insha Allah mutanen mu ko in ce Hausawa mazanna Auchi mutane ne masu son zaman lafiya da karfafa hudadayya ta kasuwanci ga tsakanin mutanen arewa da mutanen Edo State gabaki ɗayansu. Wannan shine babban makasudin da ya kawo mu wannan taro, kuma muna roƙo Allah subhanahu wataala ya sa mana hannu ga duk al'amuran da zamu yi na rayuwa a wannan lokaci na mai albarka. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. In the name of Allah, I want to try to call for people to understand that today is a special day for Hausa community and the people of Edo State. Today we are having a gathering in order to highlight our people about living in a society in a good conducive manner with everybody. And the Hausa people, or I can say Hausa community, today we are trying to at least bring a program to show people that Hausa people, they are in Edo State for business and for peaceful coexistence with each other. So I want to call for people to make sure that everywhere they find themselves, they need to be very good with people, and they need to be at least having a very good relationship or understanding with everybody. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Following a warm welcome to dignitaries in attendance, the program featured speeches from religious leaders, security operatives, including the NDLEA, the police, military representatives, hunters, vigilante groups, and the head of the NDLEA. Each speaker addressed the growing concerns over insecurity in the region. Religious leaders stressed the need for accountability within their congregations, while security agencies urged residents to expose criminal elements rather than shield them.
On the existing protocol, I remain Abubakar Yusuf, the Secretary of Arewa Community, and as the MC said, I'm the Special Assistant to the National President of the NDLEA Association of Nigeria. Today is not just another gathering, it's a reflection of our shared commitment of peaceful coexistence, mutual respect, and community progress. Our communities have lived side by side with our host communities, brothers, across Edo North and Edo South Nigeria, across Auchi and Edo North at large. By that, we are business people, professional students, parents who believe in one Nigeria, united by law and guided by shared values. However, in recent security tension and misunderstanding have created fear and distrust. This is one of the reasons we organized this summit. And we deeply appreciate the security agencies who spend all night and day securing lives and property of Nigerians. We highly appreciate from the Auchi division to the headquarters. We highly appreciate you. Without the security agencies, no Nigeria will sleep with full eyes. These lines while raising our children in peace. To our fellow ethnic and religions leaders, let today remind us of no community drive alone. Our strides lies in unity, not division. It's time we build together through trade, dialogue, and mutual respect. In conclusion, we must not allow criminals to divide us, fear to govern us. Together we can create a very safer, more inclusive, and prosperous Auchi and Edo North at large.
We say that in this society, let security is guaranteed to all that the traveler will travel from this distance to the north. We have nothing to fear. Nothing. The woman can go for this distance and will not fear the robbers, bandits, attackers. So safe. It means one of the signs that we need to know that Muslims are true Muslims. All that Islam, the religion is in the community, is one who experiences peace. What there is no peace in that community, me, the speaker, and everybody who says the Muslim, we need to look at ourselves in the eye and ask ourselves what are we doing. Because the cornerstone of this religion is peace. Peace. And where we live peace, we say, As-salamu alaykum, peace be upon you. By all the security agencies to come and witness the record, we are Arewa Community Outreach. And also, Alhamdulillah, the Arewa Community Outreach, we have the Arewa community, also the people who are under the Auchi community. They are going to have in order to peace where it is our community. Once again, we are going to go with what protect us and let Auchi Islam or the Muslim Islam be safe and protected. Thank you all.
Following a warm welcome to dignitaries in attendance, the program featured speeches from religious leaders, security operatives, including the NDLEA, the police, military representatives, hunters, vigilante groups, and the head of the NDLEA. Each speaker addressed the growing concerns over insecurity in the region. Religious leaders stressed the need for accountability within their congregations, while security agencies urged residents to expose criminal elements rather than shield them.
You look back to us, and believe you me, we also look up to you. Security cannot be ensured by only we, the security agencies. You also have your own role to play. If I may say, we implement, you ensure. Because you can agree with me that you are the ones that know these bad leaders, or let me say, the bad guys in town. If they ask all of you seated here to pour out your mind, you will say a lot. I don't think we'll even leave here today. You all know the problem, you all know the cause, and we all know the solution. I'm very serious. You say you all know the solution. But one thing is that most of us, we are afraid, or we feel we have limited powers Okay, there are some cases that is beyond your power, but you can as well relate to us. Most of you here will seem like, okay, you are afraid of the bad guys. Maybe if you report, they will come for you. Things like that, which is not supposed to so. If you notice any incident of insecurity, report to us immediately. Our own is to implement, to work towards it, to see that it is being ensured, it is being done. So we are ready to work. Like me, I'm always up, I'm always moving around. We are ready to work. It is not left for you to ensure. And if you notice any incident, any movement, just alert us to perform our own duties. There are some security precautions or measures that it is you that are supposed to implement, or you are supposed to ensure that it is being done, not us. So, from the commandant, he said I should tell you all that he is ready to work with you people anytime, anywhere, so far as within Auchi, to ensure that property and lives of citizens are being safe and secured, and to ensure the security of Auchi in general. So I want to urge us again that let's work together. Let's table this matter and work in collaboration to ensure that security of Auchi is excellently ensured and fixed. Thank you.
I want to use this opportunity to thank you for being your presence today. Like FRC always say, safety is everybody's business. Likewise, security. Like police in charge of security. Like if you do not give them proper information at a particular time, how can they be there? They cannot be everywhere. Our brothers, you know the people that commit this havoc. So it is good for you not to keep them, expose them. Like if you have peace, our economy, everything will move smoothly. You can work your business, everything will be fine. Like now, if you look before 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you'll be scared. In the sense that the place is not safe. So if you see something, say something. Then how can you say? You can run to your imam or your chief. I've seen two people gathering there. Then your chief now has responsibility to call the police at appropriate time immediately. We see some guys that people so immediately they will react. But a situation whereby these people have been on ground and you keep mute. When the thing has escalated, they are human beings. So at this juncture, I really want to pray. We have much to say. They have said a lot of things. Charity begins at home. We are the securities. You are the security. You caution your people. You caution your children. Give them good advice. They are smoking. You can tell them this smoking is not good. So if you keep it on yourself, what do you build? You are building a generation whereby we're having difficulties. So I think I'll blame our fathers not playing our roles. I think it is now that we have come together to see that we are not going in a good direction. So I think I really tell the man that they should preach more on security and peace and love to one another. Because when we have love, we don't have hatred. Then you'll be able to tell people the truth at all times. So we want to speak the truth. I think we will not have this issue. Like for example, for the past 5 or 7 years, we're having peace. What is wrong now? You cannot tell me that before anything happens, the insider will know. So I think this moment, we have come together to celebrate, to share good information, what you have known, what you're supposed to do. Like now, this juncture, you know what you're supposed to do. See something, say something immediately. Like now, FRSC, when one crash happens, I may not be there, but somebody will pick a phone and call. Come, there's a rescue. We move. The duty is for us to, when once you tell us, we'll act. Once you don't give us that vital information, we don't have anything to do. That is what I want to say. Very big thank you and urge everybody that we should work safely so that we have a better Nigeria. Thank you very much.
I wish me to say, let me observe the existing protocol. The summit here presently is coming at precisely the right time, when the nation is boiling as a result of insecurity that is nationwide. Drag insecurity nationwide down to its lowest ebb. Federal, state, and local government level. Take Auchi as a case study. Go to the north-south. Check the issue of fencing and hedging and the problem of what do you call it? Non-state actors. I don't want to call the name as it is, but when I said fencing and hedges, you should be able to decode. It is not my responsibility to make such pronouncement for you to hear. But fencing and hedges it connotes a particular thing. And the non-state actors, the activities of the non-state actors, it is what made us to find ourselves in this very present condition. In the past, we do believe that every society thrives as a result of what? As a result of unity. Besides that, there's a security is the cornerstone of every society. Peaceful cooperation, peaceful coexistence. In every society where there is peace, then you are guaranteed security. Information to the rightful authority who have the sole mandate of combating whatever degree of crime it is. It is the sole responsibility of the Auchi people. The Auchi people must wake up, live up to expectation by dishing out appropriate information to the rightful authorities. This is the only way we can unite and combat insecurity. Otherwise, we can no longer sleep with our eyes closed. Today, the major problem which I was able to identify, this is not my state, but this is my second home. Because by the special grace of Almighty Allah, I was able to pick wife from this community. So you can now see that Auchi is my second home. Having said so, I only understand here that Auchi people in every nook and cranny, they love drug business. They love drug business. Because of what? It is because of monetary involvement. There is money in drugs. But have you forgotten that you are destroying other people's children? Do you know that it can be your turn tomorrow? Your child may be destroyed. And this way, it contributes to the issue of insecurity. Insecurity, you can look at the issue of kidnapping. Somebody has rightly emphasized on the issue of kidnapping. Who are those kidnappers? They did not come from the blues. They did not come from the moon. Some people who dish out information, honestly, whether you like it or not, I will tell the truth, they live among us. And that is the main reason why if somebody leaves Sokoto or leaves Kano or leaves Zaria and come to a community, it is paramount. Identify with that person. What type of business does he do? You must know. And you must know, you must share that information about that very particular person. Watch his activity. Then, still on the issue of indigenous of Auchi. Go on out there to sanitize the community. What do you experience? When Mr. A is arrested, before you know, I'm engineer. Before you know, I'm doctor. Before you know, I'm coming from the office of the political advisor. What then are you talking about? You can see how you influence insecurity within your own community. You yourself. This is how you influence insecurity. Allow the person to be arraigned before the court. Let him have a taste of what punishment is all about. Short business is a lucrative business, and that is why you see everywhere you go to in Auchi is drug business. Somebody who comes from Zaria will find himself within the community, and what the community members want is drug business. If this man sends 100 naira, I will send 80 naira just to penetrate the community. And before you know it, he has houses here and there. So ladies and gentlemen, the summit is organized at precisely the right time. He who has ears, let him hear. Security business is not one man business. All hands must be on deck to make Auchi a place suitable for human existence, and let Auchi not become ungovernable, and at the same time it is our youth that are likely to survive it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Very significantly by all the speakers, the security leaders, the rural leaders, the local government chairman, all dignitaries present. Sincerely speaking, we have lived with the Arewa community as old as Auchi have been. We have lived peacefully, just as they have lived peacefully elsewhere. Unfortunately, in recent time, we have been hearing about, we started with farmers' headers clashes. It degenerated into Fulani hiding under the age-long peaceful pastoralist tradition to commit crime. Though me personally, 2 members of my family have been kidnapped, one by the Fulani, 5-week Kogi. The other one was not kidnapped by the Fulani, he was kidnapped in Benin GRA, my blood brothers. I was the one that went to Kogi from Auchi. I took millions from here, took a vehicle, I handed over the money to them, and they said, wait here. They enter inside a place, they said your brother is coming, and he came. Alhamdulillah. The other one was not kidnapped by the Fulanis. That was done by Benin boys, and we paid the ransom. Though I've seen a deliberate attempt by the media to stereotype the Fulani or the Hausas, which I do not subscribe to. And I'm very happy in this forum, we've not heard those kind of stereotypes. We are bad eggs across all people, but it is very dangerous for an entire ethnic nationality to be painted with one negative word because of some cheap bad eggs. Be that as it may, drawing from what we have heard from here, around the security agency in particular, this is for them in particular, that they should work more with the civilian population, especially, all segments of the society, especially the food vendors, the Okada riders, because somebody is coming to Auchi to come and kidnap. We use transportation. Me particularly, I've seen a scenario. I was in a place where I saw somebody came, the way they were looking to buy egg roll in bulk. I know they were not going for a party. They came with a bag, bought egg roll, minerals in bulk. I look at them, my security has to tell me, it's like those guys are going to serve food to kidnap victims, because you have to keep your kidnapped victim alive.
so that you can collect ransom. The purpose of kidnapping is not to kill the kidnapped victim. All the kidnapped victims that have died were as a result of maybe underlying issues or accidental or whatever, you know. Who will want to spend so much money to kidnap somebody at the end of the day, the person died? That is why sometimes when somebody died, they will not allow the family to do still collect the money. They never kill that person. So going forward, I want us to talk to ourselves, just as they have said, security is not one man business. It has to do with all stakeholders. It's like all of us, we are in a boat. Auchi is the boat. If some persons who never understand the implication of putting a hole in the boat deck, if they are doing that, some other at the top, they are not aware that some children are using chisel or nail or hammer to be drilling a hole at the deck. Okay, when it happens, all of us will all sink. That is what security is. So, starting on that, if you look at the Civil War, for instance, we were in that war, and so many people from the federal and the eastern side were killed. All Nigerians, right? How did we get victory in that war? It was not a suggestion from the Conventional Security Agency that brought the Civil War to an end. Rather, it came from Chief Obafemi Awolowo, who was then the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, who told the world that, you know, this food corridor created to serve food to ensure that they minimize civilian, you know, crisis. People don't die of hunger and starvation. You have to shut it because the food that is being supplied after the federal troops leave, the Biafran soldier will take this food and put it in their store when the civilian continue to suffer. Then we translate to you harming your enemy, and when you do that, the war will lengthen, or the more the war lengthens, the more casualties on both sides. Fine. Another suggestion was you have to change the money. But that didn't come immediately. The one and the minister, Obafemi Awolowo and the CBN governor, only two of them, they came up with this. It was a day two. They now informed the one so that even the president will not be caught unaware. That was a monetary policy. And these were the game changer. Change in era because the president came to Benin, another central bank, looted them, and they have money to spend. So if you change the naira, all the money they have looted as well as the money with them will no longer make money. They cannot change it. They cannot even use them. So they make their money useless economically. Then the food corridor was short. He acknowledged, or Pastor Miala said that there will be hunger, but it's going to be short-lived. What happened if he listened? And that was how we won the war. The war was not won on the superiority of the federal firepower. No. So in this age of time, we need to think outside the box. We need new solutions to meet the challenges of today. So if, for instance, the commander, the security agency, with the hunters, the vigilante, the food vendors, the Arewa, all the other riders in a donut, not just Auchi, in a donut, the means of transportation is Okada rider. So any Fulani that is coming or somebody criminal that is coming to commit a crime in Auchi, we need transportation. If you co-opt all these people because they have leadership, you train them on how to spot maybe a possible security risk. When they see it, just as you say, when you see something, say something. They know the right channel to call. And two, they should be remunerated. They should pay to want to supply those credible information. So security drives on credible information. You then know whoever produces information that is credible is then today depends on the size of the magnitude of the potential crime. You know, like look at the whistle playing policy. People make a lot of money by playing whistle. All these Ikoyi discovery by the EFCC under Buhari, people blew those whistles. You know, so even a kidnapper or a member of the kidnapping ring, if he's aware that if I blow this whistle, this money when they don't collect, as well as the money when this our oga don't collect over the years, because people work for them. I knew when my senior brother was kidnapped, when he came, he had a very discussion with them. He said the people that kidnapped him, they had a boss, and he was taken to that boss, and he told them, "You are now our candidate. Follow their instruction. We are not here to kill you. We are kidnappers. By the time your family will be contacted, by the time they bring the ransom, we release you. But if you misbehave, you risk your life, you die. The choice is yours." So all the people that have been kidnapped, by the time the security agency put all of them together in Auchi, you hear directly from them about the modus operandi of those persons, how they operate. Me, I've never done security work, but when I came to put it, I discovered that to even be with kidnapping, you don't need to set up the kind of ambushes in our bushes, because they're always working. I remember a case, a friend told me, who was kidnapped, said that when they were taking them through, they were kidnapped and they saw Fulani that were bringing cattle. When they saw Fulani that were bringing cattle, the kidnappers told them, they never wanted the Fulani who were the pastoralist Fulani, the peaceful Fulani who were just heading their cattle. The other Fulani that stopped a vehicle on the road now, moved people inside the boat. They told them, all of this what? Till those Fulani with cattle, they passed. When they are passed, they knew that that was when they moved them through. Because why? They were not collaborating. They never wanted the Fulani who were moving cattle, the legitimate Fulani, not the criminal Fulani. We must make that difference. Because it's practically impossible for somebody who is heading a cattle to equally kidnap somebody. I asked my elder brother, the Fulani that kidnapped you, which I brought money to, were they moving cattle? He said, no, these are criminal Fulani. And there was something I learned also. He said, the Fulani don't just don't move on the bush. They don't move on the paths. People move. They create their own paths. They don't just move haphazardly. Somebody will, first of all, who is holding nothing, he will go. When they get to his place, they will sleep there, a very strategic place. That person will be the one to scan the whole environment and return. Then he will now come and say, they will point to a particular direction. That is where they are going to stay. Where they are going to stay, because they are constantly moving. They will stay in a place, and once the other person will not move again. If he returns, that is when. So you can even see that one is harmless, but you don't know it's part of a syndicate. So kidnapping is not small business. It's a huge syndicate that we need to put all our hands together, build a strong synergy, a very sophisticated security architecture for which market women, food vendors, especially niche food vendors, they can score those. You give them training, and once they spot something, they make the call. Then a trace will begin with the vigilante, the security agency, we are all involved. Let me tell you, by the time a syndicate is busted, before you know, the business will become unprofitable. The good old days, the peace we have enjoyed. But the Fulani, the Hausa in Auchi are as old as Auchi itself. So a recent security breaches cannot make people like me, who is enlightened, to attempt to paint a whole ethnic nationality. We are not business with. Yeah, we are not saying they are criminals. No. I'm very happy. No speech like that here, because I have attended a summit where I don't want to mention names. I know some of us were there, where you see a highly profile political figure saying that if somebody is arrested, it should not be handed over to the police. I was shocked. If you don't hand over to the police,
That is a call for jungle justice. And jungle justice is not sustainable. It's uncivilized. This is Auchi. Our forefathers were men of peace. And Auchi is the fastest growing community in Nigeria that is not a state capital. So it didn't just come. It's an effort. Legacy that have been built over the years. So thank you very much.
All protocol observed. I am Mrs. Arewa Community Secretary to the Qalam Community Registration and Mobilization Officer for West Chapter. My intake on this program is that as a growing up child, I used to know that we were always searching the bush. Most times we go for slaves. I don't used to hear of any kidnap or insurgents in our area, but today, different is the case. When I ask people in our village now about to come home so that we can go in search for slaves, what they tell me is that they don't go to the forest again because of insecurity. Nobody gets or even our farmland are being barricaded by all these hoodlums. So I want us to channel all this I want us to channel all our things to the appropriate quarters like the police and the army. If they have any people to take to it, that is South EPA. Very recently, our people were being driven out of their places down to Yaku. They didn't know what to do. They were running away from their homes. So that they can help us secure our homes, lives and properties. That's my safety. Thank you.
And I have no time. Just to go direct to the point. I've worked with our traditional ruler, the Otaro of Auchi, and I learned two things from him. One is that when there is issue, you are to look the person who's supposed to do the right thing, but fail to do the right thing. Look the person eyeball to eyeball and tell him your mind, tell him the truth. Secondly is that you must be sincere for anything you are doing. If you want to be respected in this life and inherit the paradise life after today. I want to talk to our brother. I want to talk on drugs. NDLEA representative here. But sometimes you may think that you are doing the right thing. You may not know that what you are doing is not in order, except you are being explained to. You will now understand. The major problem, whoever wants to commit crime must be close to drugs, because we will be gingered to do the wrong thing, and the only thing that will assist him on that is drug. During the time of your presentation, you made a statement that many people in Auchi community love the business of drugs because it's a lucrative business. I want to little bit disagree and tell you that you people are not doing enough. Because you are not doing enough, that is why other people see it as an advantage to continue doing the wrong thing. I want to make an example that since January to this very month as we are standing here, I don't believe your office here, have taken no less than 20-30 persons to the court.
And failure to do the right thing at the right time will actually bring disaster, whether now or future. I help you to wake up your men. You people know the people that are selling drugs. Approach them, arrest them, and take them to court. When you arrest somebody with the drugs, it doesn't need any other investigation unless they take the person to court. So you should not give avenue for any phone call. That is for that. That you people should do the right thing, wake up to the responsibility, clean up the drug in Auchi community, probably in a donut. That is for that. Secondly, I want to thank the DPO, just left now. It's trying compared to other DPO we used to see. But they will still stand up, assist the vigilante, and wipe away insecurity in our community. They should understand that this country is their mother country, their fatherland. They shouldn't be working like it's not that to concern you. I go do rich where I go feel do rich. They should develop passion for their work. We thank our vigilante who have developed passion for the work. So they should wake up and support the vigilante. Then the military men, I will not complain much about you people because I knew that whenever you want to live, you live with instruction. And immediately the instruction has been given to the military man, they don't have any reason to complain, they will go. So in line with that, I believe that anywhere there is insecurity, you will call upon. You people will go. I know that. We will not go along the line, you give reason for coming back. I know you go for that. But you people will still try for us. This Auchi community, the reason why it's developing is because of security. Immediately there is insecurity in Auchi, we are going to lose our strangers, our mansions, and we love strangers more than any other thing. That is what Auchi have known for. Thank you very much.
Audience members also lent their voices. One commended the summit's inclusive and non-discriminatory approach, emphasizing that while some Fulani elders have been linked to kidnappings, it is unfair to condemn the entire group. Another participant recalled a recent attack in Auchi, allegedly carried out by known Fulani elders.
Please allow me to maintain a already established protocol. I am an official of AGN and hunter, let me say, as a hobby or for fun. The reason why I choose to identify with the hunters is the job I recently discovered they do so well and passionately. We all agree that most of the crimes we are facing today are emanating from our bushes. And the hunters are there to face those challenges head on. In my own case, I just want to share experience. A very recent one that happened just day before yesterday and yesterday here. And I believe with this experience, a decision will be taken. Because I've been hearing beautiful speeches ever since. I've not heard of a particular stand taken. We all agree that insecurity, crime is not good. The sound of a siren or of an ambulance will not be funny when it is coming from your home. Now, 2 days ago, I reside in Lekki. We got a call from one woman. She's an Auchi woman. She built a building somewhere in outskirts of the town. Where she resides, she is there alone with her family, husband, and 4 children. Around 8 and few minutes, let me say few minutes past 8 p.m., I personally was surprised to get a call from her that she's under attack by Fulani herdsmen. I had to call across to some persons. I was even shocked as to how she was able to get network, because I know from her point, usually there is no network there. I was able to mobilize some persons. Before we could get there, I have some video clip I would like to share with you to see what they did to her house. They were busting into her inside. They used a gun to bail up the husband through the window and instructed him to open the door. Then the other said, I will not do your job for you. Part of your job is to break in. And they were shouting, though, because they were a bit far from other residents there. Nobody could hear them. So we came, and those Fulani ran. There were 5 of them. They ran inside the bush. The woman told us that she knows where 2 of them, they are elders. She has given them water. They were going with their cattle through a building. They saw one of our daughter and they asked her to give them water from the tank. The daughter said, you can go and get the water. As they were getting the water, she said they want to use the water for another thing. And she noticed they were drinking it. She came outside from the house and said, no, let me bring out pure water for you. She brought out pure water and handed it over to the 2 of them. They were among the 5 that came to kidnap her. Now, she said she noticed something. She was in her bedroom when they came, because they are the only people residing in that environment. When she was seeing them, she saw one spoke in their language and said, is it this house? He was talking to the other one. He said, if it is this house, let's go. One of them insisted and said they shouldn't go and they should do what they came there to do. And she was just standing in abeyance. And they destroyed, broke one door, and they were already at the other door before we came in, and they ran away. Now, the woman we had to remove the woman from that house and the children and every family to go and sleep with another person that day before yesterday in the night. Yesterday, the woman could not go to the house because of fear. Now, somebody house owner had to go and look for an accommodation to rent yesterday morning. And she could not even go there to pack her belongings to the apartment she rented, except the security vigilante to go with her. As we went with her, one of the children was coming from the town to the place and identified one of those Fulani elders again, but not close to their house. When he got to us, he told us, didn't those people pass here? He said, no, not. He said, he saw one of them. Now, before we could get to him, they saw us before we even see them. They started running. That was yesterday here. Now, according with the intervention of our chairman, Auchi, he was there present. He said we shouldn't do anything to their cattle, and they were using the cattle as an avenue to escape. Now, we chase them through their cottage. We get to this Hall river, close to where you have Zongo there. They ran through there, and some person we called out to vigilante to block them. Before they could get there, they have already crossed the road. When we are so full and they are stood on that fence. There is a fence there, the fence at the Warake road. They stood there, they were watching. We asked them if they could identify those things. They said they don't. Now, let me just cut the long story short. I
want to suggest, I am not a security personnel, but I want to suggest this. Let us take action. If there is anything we can identify those cows now, we'll be able to say the cows' descriptions are this. Then with your own trace, you can say the cow belongs to the person. And the person knows the people that are taking care of his or her cow for them. Through them, you'll be able to pick out those persons, maybe tell the lady to come and identify them. And the lady said she knows them very well, the two of them. So I want to, at this juncture, say, please let us stand up. Security, as our fathers here above said, is everybody's business. But you have to encourage us that are not fully security personnel. Thank you very much, and God bless us.
Then this is the representative of Serkin Fulani of Bini, who is also a chairman in Urua, chairman of Urua in this team.
5% before Fulani herdsmen enter the community, is going to negotiate with some part of the community. They collect some money for him and permit him enter to the bush. If that is the problem, they have to register him, take his passports, ask him who are you come from. That time, maybe our leaders, they don't even know. If they want to register anything animal, we will not pursue anybody. We will not stop everybody to doing business. Because all of us are Nigerians. But we will not go hold hand. Our mama, papa, they make farm. They say, put a nigga carry cat to go and destroy the farm and get. We will not go people out they look at. Everybody they do your job for him to get daily bread. The 70,000, how much person go chop a day? Even a one person, you know the high dog go chop 3,000 naira a day. Okay, if you chop 3,000, 30 days it will be how much? Which means 70,000, you go able to feed one security. Mama, papa, they suffer. They train you for school till you get work. Now you don't do government work. Their hope is maybe end of the month you go see 2,000 or 3,000 sent to them. Even when you are helping, you know able to reach you. They are uniform. They don't wash them, iron them. They don't even change color. They don't see money to change it. The government have to look into that place. And let me come to our vigilante. Our vigilante, they are overtracked. They will try much, but most of them, they are using tribalism to do their job. Please, any of them want to do make it separate tribalism and security. They don't bring them together. We don't support any criminal. Anybody do bad, treat him for what he did. Sometimes, these kidnappers, they don't do the plan. They see the kidnappers. They are on money. But because of our children now, they begin not get work. But you go see say he built house of 20 million naira, 50 million naira. He buy car of 11, 15 million naira. We not get any work. But we are deceiving ourselves. They say we don't know kidnappers. Thank you very much, sir.
The security summit, courtesy of the Arewa Community in Auchi, with the theme fostering peaceful coexistence and cooperation among all ethnic groups and community stakeholders, ended with a strong call to action. Community security is everyone's responsibility. Residents were urged to stay alert, report suspicious activities, and support local efforts. Even market women were encouraged to act as watch points, questioning unusual bulk purchases that could indicate criminal activity. The message was clear: if you see something, say something.